but you're paying a really reasonable price compared to what you've probably paid before with the department store brands. So I wanted to hand it over to the lovely National Vice President of our team, Len Madden, to finish our presentation before we talk a little bit more about the team tonight.
Thanks, Jody. Okay. Oops, other way. Sorry. Okay. So this is the first time, really, in the course of the world going on, that there are 4 generations that are still in the workforce. And we've got the baby boomers, myself being one of them, but I said there's several boomers in here. We are feisty as. And what we're doing is that we find that the baby boomers they can't retire. They had high hopes of 65-year-old, being 65, having that dream life. And really what happens is when you retire now, you have to live on 40% less. And a lot of times the real estate or their superannuation hasn't done what they thought they wanted to do. But they don't want to go back into the workforce. And so what's great about this with Kim's business and with her team is that this business can go through all these different generations. We go to the Gen X's, okay? This is where we've got mom and dad that have to have 2 incomes to even make ends meet. And what do they miss? Those special times with the kids. And if they want to spend those special times with the children, then they have to go down to 1 income. And this is what also resonated with Kim, is because then she could stay home with Lockie and the people that are on her team who have children as well. And that is that's like, wow, how can I do that? And still have a great income. And then we have those Gen Ys, which Kim has a lot on her team. And these guys are full of life. Not that the boomers aren't, but they're full of life. They want to have it all, but they don't want the 40, the 50, the 60-hour week. They are so networked. I'm learning all these different things, which is great. And that is key to this business because, as Jody talked about, this is a internet-based business. So with all the technology that we have at our fingertip, these Gen Ys are driving it. And the fact that it is Jody's already talked about the fact that it is internet-based business, so Kim can work from home. Now, Business 101. Products that people use every day. All right? Now, some of you sat up there, so you probably didn't take a shower. Is that why you sat away from the rest of us? Okay? But the fact is that people bathe. People wash their hair. People brush their teeth. This is what Kim's business is all about. Second thing is consumable. When you fall in love with the products, what do? You go buy it again. So the thing is that these guys that have developed this business they care about their consumer. They have great customer service, and that's one of the reasons that Kim's business has done so well. Because they are taking care of the person that is bathing. Hair is optional. You can have hair, you don't have to have hair. But the fact is that people are loving the relationship that they have with the products. Ability to leverage their time. Now, who in this room is not busy? You're all busy. Is that ever going to change? Is it going to get worse? Sure is. So let's look at this differently. Can we come in a different angle and go, all right, life is always going to get busy, so how can I work smarter? And that's what Kim and her team are doing. They're learning how to work smarter so they have time to do the things they want. They are getting choices of how they can run their day versus getting up, doing the same thing day in and day out. And we've already talked about the internet. So what does Kim and her team do? Well, they offer people great products. And they say to them, try these products. You love them? Great. If not, that's fine. We don't force anything on anybody. When people find out how powerful these products are and how safe they are, they stop, they start using great products, and then they can share if they want to do a business, which is what Kim's team has done. So it started with Kim. It started with someone who was given a sample, and I'm sure she's going to talk about this story, but She had a burning desire in her that she didn't share. But she wanted something more, but she didn't know how to get it. And then she found other people that had the same desire. And they wanted something more, but they didn't know how to get it. And every time they took a shower, and they put makeup on, and they used deodorant, and they brushed their teeth, they had an income coming in. And you know what? All Kim's team has friends that have skin, that do the same thing. And they find out how powerful these products are. So there's 4 levels in this business. And the first level is district manager. And you don't have to have any beauty background. And you come in and we coach and train you because there's a system. And that's what Kim has become very good at. Jody's trained her very well and coached her. And she's passed that through because it makes the business duplicatable. And you can see the income. You continue to do that and you bring one person on at least, if not more, because it's more fun to do this business. And you get to area manager. Now, this is when it gets interesting. At the second level, the business becomes willable. So what does that mean? If something were to happen to Kim, God forbid, but if something were to happen to Kim, now, at this level, Lockie would always get a paycheck from Arbonne. Now we're starting to talk heartstrings. That is a peace of mind to her, because what she has guaranteed is, even though she may not be around us, her team would be mortified, Kristen would be a mess, but I know Kristen would keep going because she too has children and a wonderful husband that she wants to support, and so she'll keep doing it. And she's also stubborn. You continue to do that, Kim continues to share, and this is what she's done. She's continued to share, and now she's at regional vice president level. Now we're talking life-changing money. And they present with a white Mercedes. That's paid for by Arbonne. It's her car, but she gets a car allotment. Smart. Continue to do that, and she can grow up and be me. So, what do? Well, we ask people to host workshops or try a sample. And if people like that, that's great. Or maybe people go, you know what? I want to save 20%. Who doesn't love to save money? I want to shop online. I want to get I want to have 45-day back guarantee if I don't like these products. And then maybe you think, I know people with skin. I know people that have desires. I know people that are super, super busy and don't have any choices, and they begin a business. So let me ask you something. We've talked to you about the business. We've kind of talked to you a little bit about how we do the business. Not elaborate, but we've done a little bit. But let me ask you, do you have hopes and dreams that you don't look at anymore because they're too painful? And you just get up in the morning and you do the same thing day in and day out. I did. I was a school teacher. It's what I did. We graduate from senior school. We have all these desires and dreams, and we're going to take the world on. And you know what? The next thing we know, we've got a mortgage, we've got children, we've got dogs, we've got fish, we've got a husband, we got whatever, right? Not that that's a bad thing, honey. Okay? You and the dogs are all dependent. We don't even have a dog, but but what happens is that we find out, oh my gosh, this is the life I've been dealt with. And we just keep doing it. And I know that Kim will talk about that. And the fact is that somebody offered her a change, and she got a choice. She had a choice to say, yes, I'm going to do Arbonne, or no, I'm not going to do Arbonne. Now, a few years ago, had she not chosen to say, okay, Jody, I want to do this, we wouldn't be sitting here. And these people on her team wouldn't have these choices either. Think about that. This one little drop in the water Ripple, 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 ripple. That's what happens in this business. And so what we're doing is we are offering people a choice, a solution. And so if you're sitting here and you're thinking, yeah, right, this doesn't work. That Mercedes, it's just got a little blow-up thing under it, you know, and it'll just deflate. And you go, that's okay. You know what? We don't convince anybody, and that's all right. But maybe you're sitting here going, all right, I got to figure out this. How'd you do this? Then talk to Kim. Talk to anybody on her team. Lord knows there's a lot of consultants in this room. Or outside underneath the stars. Maybe you're thinking, all right, how's this going to go? So you got three options. One is you say, yep, I want to find out more. And you get your questions answered. Second thing is, maybe, yep, you're going to just jump in and join Kim. Or third is, no thank you, and that's great. And we just want you to enjoy tonight. This is a massive team that has done such a beautiful job. And I think we have somebody that has just arrived who's a very special individual who's going to be so benefited from this decision that this wonderful woman made. And so I'm going to hand it over to you, my dear.
I know. So before we get started, I'd actually like to ask my little friend to come down. I usually don't need a microphone because my voice just projects, but would you like to say something? Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Wood.
For you.
Would you leftover or the kind of joke? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
On a note. Thank you.
Raffle things all ready to go? Yeah. I probably lost our raffle volunteer now though. He's gonna... Ooh, what is it? He knows exactly what it is. So before we get started on what we're going to do, we had some amazing raffles up there that Arbon actually donated to tonight so that we can go through. Lockie, do you want to pull out a raffle ticket? Can you pull out a raffle ticket for me? Sorry, I've got mics everywhere. Okay, so has everyone got their raffle tickets out? Oh, here. So what I might do is just let everyone know who's actually won a raffle, and then when we finish, go up there and choose a prize.
He is going to get the best one because she's the closest.
Ben.
Yay! Woo-hoo!
How many prizes have we got? 6. Oh, Leanne.
Which one we have two?
Last name.
Yay!
I knew who it was, I just never say it. Jaylene. So just 2 more to go. I'll dig deep. Lucy.
ต้องเป็นสอง
Here again. That's what happens when you buy a whole book. Wasn't that it? Thank you so much. Yep, that's it. Whew, okay, so first of all, I would really sincerely love to thank you all for coming down to, or up to Mount Cotton today, wherever you're from. As Jodie said before, we've got people here from all over, and in fact people from New Zealand as well. But even people in the Redlands, which is the city that we're currently in, find driving to Mount Cotton is a day trip. So I fully appreciate that you've all come out here today. Okay. So Lynn touched on before that we all have dreams, and when I was at school, I really truly believed that I could do anything and that I could be anyone. But all of my report cards came back and they said the exact same two things. So the first one was, surprising, yeah? And the second one was, Kimberley would be so much better at school if she just learned how to apply herself. And much to my parents' frustration, I didn't actually know what that meant. I didn't know how to do that. And for my whole life, I really believed that success was for lucky people. It was something you were either born with or you were lucky enough to have. I didn't actually understand it was something that people earned and they worked for. And much like I did with everything in life, my ability got me so far. I'm relatively good at things. But then when it gets hard and the passion goes away, I stop. And I used to just think I failed at everything. But the reality was I was quitting. I was quitting everything I did. And I remember I got to area manager when I started Arbonne, as we went through those slides before. I got to area manager really quickly. I was 3.5 months. And the area manager, there's extra incentives, and you're really treated as a manager and coached. And I remember one day thinking, oh my gosh, like I'm such a failure. They don't realise that I just get to these levels. I do these things in my business and in my life. But I don't know how to go any further. I'm a failure. And I rang Lynn one day, and I was like, Lynn, I've got to confess something to you. She's like, what's happened? And I said to her, Lynn, I fail at everything. Like, this is what happens. Like, you guys think I'm really good at doing this, but I'm not. I just fail at things. This is what I do. I'm really good, and I get to this point, like to where I am now, but I'm never going to be a regional vice president. I'm just not going to do that. I quit everything. I fail. And Lynn, gave me something in that moment. She said to me, Kim, talk about Lockie. Is it always easy? Is being a parent always easy? And I was like, no, of course there's hard days. Of course I think as all parents, we some days think, oh my gosh, I could totally just walk out that front door and not come back in again. She said, but would you ever quit on him? And I said, of course not. She said, why? I said, because he deserves it. He deserves to have a mum who will never quit on him no matter what. And she said, then why do you keep quitting on yourself? You deserve it too. And in that moment, she connected my mind to my heart. So Mum and Dad, I'm really sorry that it took me about 33 years to figure out how to find myself. But I finally did. So Lynn, I just want to quickly just give you a little gift. This is for helping me find myself. So Arbonne has given my family and I, Marco, Lockie and I, so many things. The biggest thing, I guess, is that obviously that we were able to take Lockie out of school. So for those of you who don't know our story, Lockie was really struggling at school. School was just not a good environment for him to be in to learn, and it really just became about them babysitting him when he was there. It wasn't about him actually learning anything. And The flip side to that was that I needed to go to work, so I needed him to go to school so that I could pay for the therapies that he needed. We own a travel agency. Marco works his butt off at that, but we are a two-income family. We fall right into that bracket of needing two incomes to run our household. So Arbon came into my life at a time when he was really struggling at school, and because I was able to get to area manager, I was able to replace that part-time income that I was making. So I was able to have a choice then, the choice of actually taking Lockie out of school. And his life is pretty cool. Like, I think his life's pretty cool. This is him now. This is what his day looks like. So he's got an amazing teacher aide called Beck, who couldn't be here tonight because it's her son's birthday, who is pretty much his second mum. And she is his teacher. She works with him. We've also got a great therapist that works with him as well. And then I also have a couple of days a week with him too. So I get a couple of days a week that I can work my Arbon business without Lockie. And then the days that I have him at home with me, I have the choice of whether I work or not. And of course, I do own a business, so sometimes you have to work at times that you don't always necessarily put aside for work. And I particularly remember, and in the art of being real as well, like I need to show you guys what it really looks like working from home too. I was on a conference call to Ariana, who is one of our New Zealand consultants, a couple of weeks ago. Freezing cold, 7 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock there. I was like, Ari, can you just hang on a second? And I thought Lockie was in the shower. And I walked out and he actually wasn't. He was making his own water slide outside. It was 6 degrees. But this is the reality as well. But this is the great thing, is that we actually get to be able to work from home. So I just have a few thank yous that I'd like to make. So we could not, Marco and I are a great team, but we really could not do what we do with Lockie, and me working and Marco working without support of some really great people. So I'd love to ask Mum and Dad to come up. Thanks. Dad likes being in the spotlight, Mum doesn't. I take after someone. So I'd just like to thank you guys, because no matter when we ask, I mean, I know that you guys love spending time with Lockie, but whenever we ask, you're always there for us whenever we need you guys to help us with anything. So I just really appreciate it. Thank you. Marco's mum, who couldn't be here tonight, she just had some really major dental surgery done.